Hi and welcome to the video training of JavaScript. In today's video training we will be learning about the Classlist API. Assuming you have an element in the DOM. Let's say we have a div with an ID EL in the DOM. Let's create an element with ID EL and let's close the div. Let's save this file as index.html on the desktop and just open this file in the browser and open up the developer tools. You can also open them from here, more tools, developer tools, or you can use the shortcut keys, that is F12. So if you go to the elements tab, you can see we have an HTML element called EL. So what we are going to do is we are going to get a reference to that DOM element. So we are going to say constant EL equals document dot query selector, and we are going to pass in hash EL, that is the ID of that element, and we have got the reference. Now you can manipulate the classes on that element with the Classlist method. First of all, we are going to add a class to this element. For that we can just simply say el.classlist.add open, and if you go to the elements, you can see we have a class called open added to the element. Now we can add multiple classes at Classlist separated by comma. So I'm going to add this little and piggy, 3 more classes to the element, and in the elements tab you can see now we have 4 different classes. Similarly, you can add classes in an array separated by comma, and you can add them as el.classlist.add classes. So what if you want to remove a class from the element? You can say el.classlist.remove, and you can say open, and we have removed the open class from the element. Okay, the next step is to remove multiple classes from the element. So currently we have 3 classes left, that are this little piggy, and we are going to remove all of them from the class list, and we are going to pass their name, this little and piggy. Okay, we forgot to add the remove function, and if you go to the elements, we don't have any classes left in the element. So we are now going to add these classes again, because for the next operation we need some classes on the element, as we are going to loop through each class in the element. So what if you want to look at the element object? So in the element object you can see we have this little piggy classes in the element, and now we are going to loop through class list dot for each and class name arrow function, and here we can say console.log and class name. I'm going to close the and the loop, and you can see we have looped to the classes this little piggy. So we have 3 classes in our element. What if you want to get the length of the classes in the element? It's a simple attribute called length, and you get that. What if you want to replace a class with the second one? So first of all, let's add these classes el.classlist, and I am going to add class called is big dot add is big. So now I have a class is big added into the element. Now I want to replace this class is big with is small. Okay, is big is gone now, and now we have been replaced with is small. That's what does the replace function. Now if you want to toggle a class, if it's there, remove it. If it's not there, add it. So what we are going to do is we are going to call a toggle function, and we are going to say YouTube. So it says true because the YouTube wasn't there and now it has been added. But if I run the same function again, it will remove the YouTube class because it is toggling the class name. Similarly, if you want to remove the class, you can use the toggle function and pass a second parameter as a boolean which is false. And for adding the class, use the toggle function, the class name, and second parameter as a boolean true. You can also add the class with logic. So what if we have a, let me clear this console log. So what if we have a variable called weather and it has a value raining. So I want to add a class depending on the result of this constant. So I can say add a class raining, but add it if weather equals raining, otherwise don't add it. So it has added raining. But what if I say weather is equal to raining 1, and now it should have removed it. So you can also add the class with logic. And what if you want to check if the element is there in the class? So if I have a element el and I want to check that it contains a class open or not, I can simply say el.classlist.contains and I can say open. It will return false because there is no such class as open. But if I say this, it will return true because we have a class called this in the element. Similarly, if you want to look at individual classes, you can print them as well. So what if I want to get the name of the first class at 0 index in the class list, this element, I can simply say el.classlist.item 0 and it will return me this. Then at second index we have little, at the third we have piggy, and at the fourth one we have small, and at the fifth one we have nothing. So that's about it. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to contact me at umehmood@gmail.com. Visit my LinkedIn profile or contact me through my Twitter handle. See you next time with a new topic in JavaScript.